warm welcome to the Power Boost meditation. Today, let us experiment with the theme Imperfectly Perfect. Imperfectly perfect. We all strive for perfection in our lives. And many a times in the strive for perfection, we sometimes see imperfections as something which is not good. And the more we think about imperfections, the more we tend to become heavy inside. And that leads to a lot of stress. And so, but when we realize that we are imperfectly perfect, that within the imperfection lies this beautiful design of life that allows us to reach our perfection. Imperfection is nothing but this ability of the soul to grow spiritually. It is through our imperfections that we know where is it that I need to work on myself to grow, to learn, to mature. And so imperfections are really important. And when we look at imperfections in this eye of that imperfections are perfect for me in this moment, and when I begin to accept my imperfections, then I'm able to also accept others. And I'm not then in the mode of judging others, but I unconditionally accept others as they are, who they are. And we realize that as spiritual beings, as eternal travelers on this stage of life, acting in this play of life, we know that this play is designed in such a way that it allows for the best to happen. We may not be able to see the best in this moment, but from a larger perspective, everything is designed for perfection. And so when I realize that imperfectly perfect, which means that I am perfectly perfect. And so this realization allows us to live life in a very easy, in a very light way. Accepting from the mode of accepting and not expecting. And so the more I pay attention to just being non-judgmental, unconditional in this moment, accepting whatever it comes, whatever the life offers or presents itself with, I just begin to unconditionally accept everything. And then my focus is not on what is not right or what should be right, but it is just on what is beautiful in this moment. I just look at the perfection within this imperfect world. So let us spend some time reflecting on imperfectly perfect. As we sit comfortably and relax ourselves, we realize that within the imperfections of life, lies a deep lesson, a deep learning for me to grow and to mature. I realize that imperfections are perfectly designed by life for me to reach my perfect stage. As a spiritual being, enacting my role, I realize that everything is designed for me perfectly. Even that which may not seem very perfect in this moment, but from an eternal perspective, I, the soul, realize that everything is designed for me in order for me to learn and grow. And so life brings circumstances, people, characters, according to what I need to work on myself in this moment. And the more I'm content with everything and everyone outside, it opens up a whole new perspective inside me. And then I begin to realize that I am my own companion in this spiritual journey. Of becoming completely soul conscious. When I begin to accept myself unconditionally, all the imperfections, I also begin to accept everyone else as they are, who they are. I'm able to see the purity of the soul, the innocence of the soul, the beauty of the soul behind the masks, behind the characters, behind the labels. For a few moments, let me connect with that part of the self just beyond the complications, the stories of the limited world. I go beyond the mask as a being of light, above and beyond. Into the realm of silence. In this world, there is nothing imperfect. We're all spiritual beings of light. We're all eternal travelers. We're all eternally safe and secure. And we eternally belong to the one who doesn't see any imperfection in anyone. In this realm of light, of absolute truth, These souls are without the heaviness and the complications of our roles. They're just complete. There's nothing that needs to change here. It is the world of perfection. We exist as spiritual beings here in our true form, in our reality. And we are surrounded by an ocean of unconditional love and acceptance. The source, the divine, surrounds us in the most loving and accepting way. For a few moments, I just forget everything else. And I just absorb the company of the divine. The one who is perfect. The one whose love is perfect. The one who makes me perfect. And from the eyes of that one, from the perspective of that one, we begin to emerge that reality within the imperfections of the role. We choose to see the perfection in the soul. We choose to see the perfection of the larger plan of life. As spiritual beings, this is our reality. We live here eternally in our home of light, in the world of light, with the family of lights, and with the supreme source of light. I just soak in the presence of the divine. The perfect love of the divine opens up my heart, opens up my mind, and allows me to see and hold the perspective from beyond. Here I can see the story down below. And within the imperfections of the roles, I focus, I pay attention to the perfection that lies within. as I take the journey down below, the journey back to the story. As I take support of the costume, and I come into the consciousness of the character that I'm about to play. I gently remind myself that we are all imperfectly perfect. This moment is imperfectly perfect. Everyone around me are imperfectly perfect. Gives me a deep sense of contentment. To experience and unconditionally accepting mind. And an unconditionally generous heart. Om Shanti. Thank you.